first guest. He's an Emmy-winning dancer and choreographer who you know from Dancing with the Stars. Please welcome Derek Hough. Hey, remember, I haven't seen you in a while, but remember when we first met?
We did. We've known each other for a while,
right, because we did Hairspray Live.
We did Hairspray Live.
Yes.
But even before that, we met in 2007 on Dancing with the Stars. I think it was like your first single.
Yes.
And my sister and I choreographed a dance in an hour and performed with you.
In an hour?
It was crazy. It was all a blur. But
what?
Yeah, it was all a blur. But that's great. Look at that. That's us.
You know what, Derek?
What am I doing with my leg?
You look like a baby.
I'm doing a stanky leg. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my God. But you know, that day, I really thought I did like some Michael Jackson dance moves. And when I look back at it, I was like, they had to edit out my dance moves. But only thing that move on me is my knee and my shoulder. But I was trying to get in there with y'all.
Hey, man, well, that voice does enough. Trust me, man, I tell you.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you remember most about when we worked together in Hairspray Live?
What do I remember most in Hairspray Live? Being terrified.
You was terrified too?
A little bit.
I
yeah.
was too.
It was live. It was live. So many things could go wrong. And some things did go wrong, but they covered up really well. Actually, I remember how nice you were.
Aw.
I do. I remember how nice you were to my dad. My dad was such a huge fan. He was like, oh, that's Jennifer Hudson. She's just fantastic. And I was like, oh, well, should we FaceTime her? You can do that? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I FaceTimed her, and she picked up, and then it was like my dad's birthday. I sang happy birthday to him.
Aw.
It was, anyways, that was a cool
Hi,
song.
Dad.
Thank you.
I'll sing to you again this year, I promise. And you just got engaged. How did you propose?
Oh, no, I don't have a ring yet. No, I was like,
where's the ring?
How did I proposed at home in our living room. I did it all up. I had the candles and the flowers and the whole setup. I actually took her on this.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I took her on this helicopter ride to get her out of the house for 8 hours so I could set everything, well, they could set everything up. I stole her phone. And she was actually asking, she's like, I can't find my phone anywhere. Do you know where it is? I was like, I don't know. And she couldn't understand why we were not helping her find it until that night when, of course, I proposed in our living room, and it all worked out. That is beautiful.
That is amazing. And you're creative, too, I see.
I'm trying.
Go on, Derek.
I'm
impressed. Okay, she's a dancer and you're a dancer.
Yes.
What in the world is y'all first wedding dance gonna be like? Are you gonna choreograph it, or how does it work?
You know what? At first, I'm like, we dance a lot. I think it might be time for other people to perform for us, right? I'm like, hey, you dance for us. And no, you dance. We're gonna sit back. But as time goes by, I think we need to do something. We need to do something special, spectacular, subtle. Maybe come in for the roof. I don't know.
Okay, so y'all do, because I love a photo too. Y'all do photo shoots, you and your fiancé?
Oh, yeah.
Underwater, you did one?
We do some crazy stuff. We do some adventures. We love free diving. Where you gotta go down like 30, 40 feet down. Actually, right here, I think we're 40 feet down.
Wow.
Underwater, holding our breath.
That is
a lot of water up the nose. But worth a good picture, It's a good picture.
Clearly. So you can swim as good as you can sing. That is beautiful, right, y'all?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's a moment, man.
Are you ever scared?
You know what's funny, actually? I used to be terrified of the water. I used to hate the water, especially the ocean. And then one year, I called it my year of water. I went to Tonga, I swam with humpback whales, swam with dolphins. I was just like living in the water for months, and I fell in love with it. I really did.
That's beautiful.
So, I think you're afraid of the unknown, right? You're afraid of what you don't understand. And so once I understood the ocean, once I understood the creatures in there, I loved it. It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may have to try that because I'm not a swimmer, so maybe that inspired me to try to. I don't know about staying 40 feet.
You'll be fine.
40 feet under.
Yeah.
I can kick off the wall and glide, and that's it. Tell me when did you start dancing?
I started dancing when I was about 10 or 11 years old. My mom dragged me. I did not want to go. I was kicking and screaming. I was like, no, it's for girls. And then I walked in. I was like, there's girls in here. Okay. But I just fell in love with it. I had this teacher named Rick Robinson. He was from Chicago.
Really?
And he was just so cool. And he made dancing really cool. And he called me Heavy D. And I didn't understand the reference at the time. But I was just a small little kid, and I just fell in love with dance and traveled the world. It's taken me all around the world, competing in television shows, theater shows, touring.
That is amazing.
Yeah, thank you, dance.
Thank you, dance. Give him a hand for that. You also have a lot of pressures to be perfect and to always win. How do you handle that?
Oh, my goodness. Well, being in a competitive world, I was a competitive dancer, you're being judged and scrutinized.
Right.
Picked part, it's kind of part of the gig, but at a very young age, I had this, belief in myself, which was like, am I enough? Am I good enough? And then over time, you create this belief, like, in order for me to feel like I'm enough, I have to achieve something. In order for me to feel like I was worthy, I had to succeed. I had to win, and only then would I feel like I was enough. But the truth, and I accomplished some amazing things. You know, I became the world champion, had all these accolades, all these awards, and then I come home and I still didn't feel like I was enough. Because what I didn't really realize at the time is that it's not really about what we achieve in this life that really matters. It's about who we become as a person along the way. That's really gonna fulfill us, you know? And when you start to realize that you already are enough, you already are. You always have been and you always will be, no matter what. And that's a beautiful place to start from. And I really would love to tell little Derek that. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We all need to hear that. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.